Hi everyone, I'm Erin Rust, an Outreach and Admissions Specialist for South Puget Sound Community College.
And I'm Tusalava Kuaya, the other Outreach and Admission Specialist here at SPSCC.
And we're going to talk to you a little bit about the college, how to get started, and what it's like to be a student here. And hopefully this information will be helpful to you deciding if this is the right fit for you and then getting you through the enrollment process. So let's go ahead and get started. So at South Puget Sound Community College, it's our mission to support your success, whether that happens to be transferring to a four-year college, whether that happens to be entering the workforce or getting a certificate. We want to be there to you and be responsive to your needs.
What we'll be talking about today is just different areas of study, some transfer degrees, workforce degrees, and certificates, different ways to pay for college. We'll talk about those different funding options, transition studies, the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Center, Clipper Athletics, steps to enroll.
So for our areas of study, we are adopting what we call guided pathways methodology. So what that means is that we are creating academic and career pathways for students to follow that start with registration and end in graduation. So you know what you need to do every step of the way, and hopefully it'll take a lot of guessing out of what kinds of classes and what kind of experience you need to be successful in the area you want to pursue. So right now we're offering arts and communications, automotive, welding and manufacturing, business, finance and office administration, cultural studies, food, beverage arts and hospitality, government, public and nonprofit admin, healthcare, information technology, and science, engineering, and math.
So here at SPSCC, your dreams can be amplified. We'll kind of talk about the different pathways you can take.
All right, so we're going to start with certificates. Certificates are sort of a zoomed-in version of a degree. They are going to help you get the skills and experience you need to go directly into the workforce, and they look great on resumes. We have many certificate options. All of the red dots you see here indicate certificates. They typically take 6 months to 2 years to earn. They are stackable, so you can earn different certificates in the same field or different certificates for different fields. Usually they need to be refreshed, so you'll have to come back and renew those skills in that area, typically every 2 or 3 years. And then we're going to talk about applied science degrees. Those are the orange dots you see here. Applied science degrees are great for moving in directly into the workforce. They're going to help you get the skills and experience you need for particular employment fields, and they are not as transferable to four-year colleges. You can get some of your credits transferred over, but typically for an applied science degree, there are only about 2 or 3 general education classes in the class list. And usually with the transfer degrees, that's the green ones here, these green dots that you see, they are based on general education requirements and are really like doing half of your degree at SPSCC and then working on your major requirements at your four-year college. So if you're interested in transferring to a four-year college and getting a bachelor's or above, the transfer degree is the better option. If you're interested in moving directly into the workforce and not so much in pursuing a four-year or above, the applied science degree is going to be the best option. And then certificates support your knowledge and work, and they look great on a resume. All right, so we'll talk about transferring next.
So transferring to a four-year college. So your futures can be amplified. There may be a negative stigma over community colleges, but over a third of bachelor grads actually start at a community college. Complete your first 2 years here at SPSCC, complete 90 credits, and then you'll transfer in junior standing to any four-year school in Washington with a direct transfer agreement. Looking at the map Some of our SPSCC students are going to the big four-year universities. About 17% are attending UW. 11% are attending Western Washington. About 8% are going to WSU. And then some are staying local. 11% are attending the Evergreen State College. 7% are going to St. Martin's University. And then about 11% are going out of state.
So the important thing to know about transferring to four-year colleges is that it is the public colleges, any college with Washington and or state in its name, that have these direct transfer agreements with our two-year colleges in Washington. Any other college, if it's a private college or a public college or private college that's out of the state of Washington, they don't have that same obligation, but you can still potentially transfer credits to that college. You just need to understand that they aren't under the same obligation, so they may not transfer all 90 of your credits. So the best thing to do, whether you plan on attending a public university or a private or out-of-state university, would be to contact that university's admissions office and ask them about the transferability of your degree program. And they should be able to let you know precisely what is transferable and how many credits you would need to graduate from that college. So now we're going to talk about workforce degrees and certificates. So many folks are coming to South Puget Sound to go directly into the workforce, and more than 71% of our graduates from our professional technical programs are employed within a year of leaving South Puget Sound, which is awesome. You can earn a degree or certificate here, grow in your career with your education, and then we'll help you get connected in Thurston County and beyond. We have online and evening studies, professional technical programs like the ones we talked about a little bit earlier in our academic offerings, workforce transition funding, which we'll talk about when we get to the portion of talking about financial aid, and work study, so you can work on or off campus while you get money for your college. We also have some awesome resources for students who are looking to go directly into the workforce. We have Career Coach. This is actually an awesome resource for any student who's interested in learning about potential academic or career pathways, and we're also going to be working it into our enrollment process soon. It's a 6-question survey that's available at spscc.edu/careercoach. And they're going to ask you some questions about your interests, your experience, and then give you an idea of what a good employment field or academic pathway would be for you. That's offered through our Career Services office. Career Services is here to support students in developing their career pathway by doing research, finding a good career fit, preparing their resumes, their cover letters, practicing interviewing skills, and they have an interview closet. So if you need some nice clothes for an interview, you can go there and borrow clothes from them. Once you become an enrolled student with us, you will also have access to our 60-question version of the Career Coach survey, which will give you even more in-depth information about potential career options. Our professional and technical programs are very up-to-date with hands-on experience, so you're going to get great academic and career support through those programs. And we also have a professional and technical programs open house every year. Hopefully this year in 2020, ours will be in the fall, but stay in touch and we will let you know when it's going to happen. So next we'll talk about paying for college.
So next is different ways to pay for college. I'm looking at the annual tuition cost for the 2019-2020 school year. We're half of a cost of a 4-year. We're a fraction of a private school, and you're paying about $4,200 for the same education you'd get at a 4-year college. The biggest thing that helps our students is financial aid. So we strive to support our students financially with a reasonable tuition rate. We gave away about $16 million in aid and scholarships, and then the average financial assistance package is about $5,800.
And over 60% of students here receive some form of financial aid. And we'll talk about what that looks like in just a sec. So the different funding options that we have available, we have the FAFSA and WASFA. These are formed through the state and federal government that open up opportunities for grants, which are money you don't have to pay back, and loans, money you do have to pay back. If you're going to take out loans, I highly recommend doing it through FAFSA because they would be federal loans with more access and support in payback programs and loan forgiveness. So if you're going to do a loan, doing a federal loan, I think is the best way to go. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid, and the WASFA is the Washington application for state financial aid. And these both are available to students who are interested in SPSCC or any college, whether it's a public college or an out-of-state public college. These forms will require some time and some effort to fill out, but it's well worth it. If you ever start to fill out the FAFSA or WASFA and it asks you for money, don't provide them with any money. That's a scam. It's free. The first F stands for free. And if you're not sure which one you need to fill out, there's a really handy questionnaire at readysetgrad.gov. And they are going to either bump you over to the FAFSA website if you are eligible for that form, or the WASFA website if you're eligible for that form. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of things. And please do only fill out one or the other, not both. We offer Running Start, which is a dual enrollment program for juniors and seniors in high school. It waives college tuition, but they're still required to pay for their fees and their books and school supplies. It's a really awesome option for students because they can earn college level credit and their high school requirements at the same time and potentially graduate with a high school diploma and a college degree. So if you or your students that are living in your household are interested in learning about Running Start, let us know and we'll get you all the information you need. Next is scholarships. At SPSCC, we have nearly 300 scholarships available, with the average amount being well over $1,000. We highly encourage students to apply for scholarships for FAFSA, if they're eligible for vets and military benefits, to apply for those as well. All of these options are stackable, and the more money you can get to help you to go to college, the better. So if you are eligible for any of these things, we recommend that you apply for them. Speaking of veterans and military benefits, if you are an active duty or veteran of the U.S. military, or a spouse or dependent of somebody who is active duty or a veteran, you could have benefits, education benefits available to you. So we recommend you contact our Veterans Benefits Counselor, Logan Witt, and he will help you navigate the process of applying those benefits. I also like to give a shout out to the Washington College Grant because it's super exciting that this is happening. Starting fall quarter, we are going to have the State Need Grant, which is a part of FAFSA, and I think WASFA as well, going to change from being a first come, first served limited money resource to a eligibility endowment. So pretty much anyone who meets the eligibility requirements, which are based on income, will receive partial or full funding to attend college. So that is super exciting. Keep your eye open for information about that. And if you want all of the details, you can go to WASAC, WASAC, I can't remember if it's org or gov, but if you Google WASAC, you will definitely find their website. Workforce transitions. We talked about that a little earlier when we were talking about moving into the employment fields. This is a financial resource as well as an academic support resource for folks who are either coming up through unemployment or struggling with homelessness and or have food benefits to get financial aid and academic support to help you get a job and a degree. So if that applies to you, make sure you're looking into workforce transitions because we want to support you. And then work study is available through the state, federal governments, and sometimes through individual colleges. And basically, the state or the federal government is subsidizing your employer to hire you, and then the money that you make at that job is applied towards your tuition here. So if you have questions about that, you can contact your financial aid counselor, and they can help you with that information.
Next, we'll talk about the Foundation Scholarships. One unique scholarship offered through SBSCC is the Foundation Scholarship. It's one application, and you will be considered for almost 300 scholarships that apply to you. So the first things you'll need to do to apply for the Foundation Scholarship is first to apply. This is offered in your financial aid portal. Next, you'll need to write a biographical essay on what SBSCC means to you and how the Foundation Scholarships can help fund your education. Next is receiving 2 letters of recommendation. So hopefully you've built some great relationships with your high school teachers, maybe your coaches, employers as well. Another is to receive unofficial transcripts from your high school or from the former college you've attended. And last is applying for FAFSA or WASFA and making sure it is submitted.
So BFET is an awesome program to support students who are receiving federal food benefits through DSHS but not receiving TANF, which is Temporary Assistance to Needy Families. If you're interested in adult basic education, GED, which is a high school equivalency, or ESL, which is English as a second language, BFET would be an awesome support resource for you. Also, if you're interested in vocational or professional technical degrees, ones that aren't going to be transferring, certificates, and you may be eligible to receive assistance to cover tuition, fees, and books. So please go to washingtonconnection.org/home to find out if you qualify and to get registered for the BFET program. So Transition Studies is an office that we have to prepare you to enter college-level courses, vocational or technical programs, or directly into the workforce. So our Transition Studies programs, we offer several different resources. Our first one that we'll talk about is English as a second language. So these are, let me find my laser pointer again. There we go. English as a second language is a resource for immigrants, refugees, or anyone who does not have the first language of English and wants to work on their speaking skills, their conversational skills, reading or writing skills. So we offer that. There's also adult basic education, which can help you brush up on your basic reading, writing, math, and digital literacy. We have GED classes. GED stands for the General Education Development Diploma, and these classes will prepare you to take the GED test. The GED is a high school diploma equivalency. So not the same as a diploma, but similar. And if you want an actual diploma, you can do High School Plus. It does say students 18 or older, but they've recently changed the program to where you don't necessarily have to be 18 or older to become a part of this program, but you can earn a high school diploma by finishing incompleted high school credits. And then iBEST is the Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training Program. This offers instructor support through technical programs in automotive technology, office clerk, receptionist, advanced manufacturing, and we have an academic program as well. That's really general. iBEST provides 2 faculty for each classroom to help students through these programs and give them support that fits them best. And if you have any questions or you would like to become enrolled in any of these transition studies programs, you can call 596-5317 or visit our website spscc.edu/areas/adult education. We also offer digital literacy classes. It's only $35 per quarter, or it could potentially be free. You'll learn how to use basic computer operations, Canvas, which is the computer system that we use at South Puget Sound to help students communicate with faculty and move through their classes. There's the My English Lab, keyboarding, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So if you're interested in learning some digital literacy, if you've never really used a computer before, or if you want to strengthen your technology skills, you should call 360-596-5317 or email transitionstudies@spscc.edu.
Right, next we have the different learning options here at SPSCC that we offer. Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can learn here at SPSCC. The first one is online classes. Second one is hybrid classes. Hybrid classes, you kind of get the best of both worlds. So they are online classes, but you're still able to meet with your faculty bi-weekly. Next would be linked and paired classes. So linked classes are two classes paired together, and they're taught by two faculty. Next is paired classes. These are two classes paired together as well, taught by two faculty, but the content is similar. So Emporium Study is offered to students who test below college level, and you can work at your own pace in order to get into college level classes faster. Next is ESL, and that is English as a Second Language. These are for students who would like to better their English language skills. Next, we have high school completion options. We offer Running Start, that is offered for juniors and seniors in high school, and GED in High School Plus. And last, we have Evening Studies. This is offered to all students to advance your education and career while balancing what you already have going on.
And we have two different campus locations. We're speaking to you from our Olympia campus currently. We also have a campus in Lacey, and we offer English and math classes at the Yelm Extension School in Yelm, Washington. So support resources. We have many different support resources available for you. Tusa's going to tell you about some of them, and I'll come around and talk to you about the rest.
All right, so the first one is the Start Here desk. This is probably a great place to visit when coming to the Olympia or Lacey campus. They're here to help you navigate where you need to be here on campus. Next would be our Veteran and Military Center. Just a great place to visit if you're needing more support as a veteran or if you're an active military. We offer different groups and resources in that center as well. Another one we have is our learning support services. So we do offer our tutoring centers on the first floor of Building 22, the Student Success Building. For tutoring, we offer English, math, accounting, and science.
We also have our Career Services Career Closet, which we talked about a little bit earlier. Lots of spaces for you to study and create. Our educational planners, also known as advisors, are here to help you move forward towards your goals. And we also have these other awesome resources. Outreach and Admissions is the office that Tusa and I work in. We're here to help you through the enrollment process from applying all the way to registering for classes. We have advising with our educational planners who are here to help you develop your academic and career pathways. The Assessment Center is here to help you with your placement, to find out what level your skills are at, so we're not putting you in a class that's too easy or too hard. We have financial aid counselors who are available to students to help you with FAFSA, with WASFA, scholarships, and any other financial aid questions you might have. Access Services is our ADAA compliance office, and they are also here to help you navigate your accommodations if you have a documented physical or learning disability. The DEIC is the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Center, and we'll talk about them in a little bit. Really, they're a place of discovery for yourself and for others, and have some really awesome programming happening. We have free tutoring in our Learning Support Services Centers, which Tusa just talked about. Those are available both on our Olympia and Lacey campus, and we also have online tutoring available 24/7. Veterans and Military Family Services Center, which we talked about a little bit ago. We offer free parking at both our campuses. We have mental health and emotional counseling available for our Olympia and our Lacey campus. Food Pantry, which is a satellite of the Thurston County Food Bank, that's available off of our Olympia campus. And they offer unlimited visits for folks who are just stopping in who need support with non-perishable food items. And then you can have up to 15 full visits where you have access to not only non-perishable food items, but perishable items such as meat, dairy, and frozen foods. They also have personal hygiene products, baby stuff, all kinds of good stuff there. So we highly recommend you check it out, and don't be afraid to use that as a resource because it's here to support you. We offer discounted automotive and dental services. We have transfer and career fairs. Transfer fairs happen every quarter, and career fair happens every year. We also offer childcare from our Olympia campus and have nursing rooms available.
Next is the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Center. So South Puget Sound Community College fosters inclusiveness at our campuses, honors diversity, and encourages compassion for individual expression. In order to foster inclusiveness at our campus, we offer Artisan Lecture Series, BEAT Conference, which is the Black Educated and Truth Conference, Cultural and Identity Clubs, ESL Students Bring You the World, Fire Summit, which is the Native Culture Celebration, Ignite program, which we'll talk about later, and then Qtopia, which is our LGBTQ celebration.
All right, so what is our Ignite program and how does it work? So Ignite offers advisors and a support team to students who might identify as first generation, so they're the first person in their family to graduate from college, low income, a student of color, or a student with disabilities. So we offer them, those advisors and support team, early class registration, textbook and computer lending, peer mentors, and tutors. And in order to be eligible for the Ignite program, you need to be an enrolled student. You can be full or part-time, seeking a 2-year degree or a certificate, and at least one of the following needs to be true. Neither of your parents have earned a 4-year degree, or you have a disability that is documented with our Access Service Office, or you're eligible for the Pell Grant, or you are a student of color. So if one or more of those apply to you, you are eligible to be a part of our Ignite program, and we would love for you to apply. The application for the fall 2020 school year is open until May 15th. So get online to our Ignite website and apply for that program.
All right, next we have Clipper Athletics. With Clipper Athletics, we do offer men and women's basketball, women's volleyball, and men's soccer. Starting fall 2021, we'll be offering a women's soccer team as well. If you'd like more information with our athletic department, please see below. We have our men's, who is Andrew Green. We have our women's head basketball coach, Mike Moore. Our men's head soccer coach, Juan Murillo. And last, we have Tusalava Kwaya as the head women's volleyball coach.
And that's you.
Woo!
All right, so now we're going to go through our steps to enroll. This is how you become a student here with us. So the first thing to do is apply. You can submit an application online at spscc.edu/apply. It takes 24 to 48 hours for your application to be processed, and then you will get an email that has your student ID number and your PIN number, which is your 6-digit date of birth, so it's easy to remember. And once you get that email with your student ID and your PIN, you can do step number 2, set up your email and student portal. You'll activate your student email and open up your My SPSCC portal. Make sure you do that right away and that you're checking your SPSCC student email at least a couple, 2-3 times a week to make sure that you're getting the most up-to-date information about where you're at in the enrollment process and if you need to fill out any other paperwork. Number 3 is plan to pay. This is sort of an intermediate step. We put it in the middle so that you would know you can do it before you apply, after you apply, before or after placement. We don't recommend waiting till you get registered to figure out how you're going to pay for college But planning to pay is basically just having conversations about what resources are available to you and how you're going to apply those. We talked about FAFSA, WASFA, scholarships, all that good stuff. So you can contact your financial aid counselor if you have questions about that. Placement is step number 4. If you are a Running Start student, you are required to take the English portion of the AccuPlacer test. If you are any other kind of student, there are a couple of different ways that you can get placed. You can take our AccuPlacer test, which covers English and math. You can submit unofficial transcripts or test scores from college or high school. You can submit SAT, ACT, Smarter Balance, AP, or IB scores for placement. If you don't have those, or if you are beyond a year from graduating from high school, we recommend taking the AccuPlacer test. It's really important that you do some form of placement because we want to make sure that you are getting into a class that's not too hard or too easy. We want you in that nice sweet spot just right for you so that you are making the most out of your time and money. And then after you've done placement, you can register. You'll sign up for New Student Advising or Registration, NSAR as we like to call it. It's group advising, kind of like a workshop. You will do 2 hours with our academic planners, our education planners, and they will help you to learn about the resources that are available to you, how to register for classes, and then you'll actually register for your first quarter's classes in your NSAR workshop. Once you've registered, you've completed enrollment, and now all that's left to do is to pay your tuition and fees and buy your books and school supplies. That's pretty much the enrollment process. If you have more questions, you can call this number here or email outreach@spscc.edu. We also have contact info for the assessment office if you have questions about placement, for financial aid if you have questions about paying for college, IT help desk if you get stuck activating your student portal or email, Running Start if you have questions about that program, and any general information you need. This phone number and our main website are great ways to get that info.
Thank you for spending time with us today. Please contact us if you have any more questions. My name is Tusalava Kwaya.
I'm Erin Rust, and we hope you have a great rest of your day and stay safe and healthy. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.